If there was a quest, I did it. I'm hunting for regrets. Oh! Oh! Yes! Oh! Hey, what's up, everyone? So yesterday, the Krangled event started, and it's been something else. If you don't know, we're currently in the, I believe, third event that GGG is doing at the end of 3.20. So what this event is the passive tree and all ascendancies are totally messed up and Krangled all across the board. Now, they are static for each player, so it is a set tree. So what folks are doing right now is they are crowdsourcing that information and saving it in different resources. Currently, there's a spreadsheet that people are filling out. I'll share that with you guys and go over the details in a second. Yeah, it's pretty painful. Going into it blind, which is what we did yesterday, I requested on stream that no one had any spoilers or anything, was a very interesting experience. Sometimes when you find a node that feels really good, it's pretty cool to explore and you see that next node. Like, there's no real fog of war or anything, so you only see one node over, and even if you unspec that node, you lose the sight of what you had there. When you're going around, it can be really fun to like get that 10% life node or get 30% trap damage, if it fits your build. But conversely, it is 100% random. And the beauty of the passive tree that we have in the normal game is that it's actually designed. If you're going into a certain direction, you can go towards things that kind of work together. Like, okay, this is the spell crit location. This is where I'm going to find some fire damage for spells. Maybe here's where I can get some mana reservation, additional curse. Stuff works together and there's kind of some synergies there, right? That's why things like Impossible Escape and Anointing are so powerful, because it gives you access to things that are usually out of your general wheelhouse. But by not traveling very far, usually what you want to do when you're making an efficient build is as few travel nodes as possible when you're putting your passive tree together. However, let's just show like what I got right here. So here's an example. This is my passive tree. I'm just kind of like going towards things, and if something like seems okay, I'll just try to like go that direction, and then it'll end up with something really bad. So what's going to happen, right, is you click on one of these, all right, wand attack speed and accuracy, and now I'm going to see dagger damage and physical and chaos damage. But I don't know what this is going to be, and I don't know what the mastery is going to be. So it is a 100% risk of we're talking like random across the board, absolutely anything. So it's an interesting challenge. It looks like this, right? It's like kind of creepy looking. It has that, when you look too closely at like sunflowers, and it looks like the bug eggs or whatever, trypophobia. Yeah, it's just like kind of gross to even look at the passive tree. I've been farming regrets as much as I can. I am currently level 71. I'm actually further ahead than most people right now because I kind of just trucked through. Other people are taking their time, doing more discovery and all that. Just like my discovery process and how I've started putting we'll talk about the Raider Ascendancy in a bit. Yeah, Ascendancies are totally Krangled as well. I guess I'll just show it right now. It's ridiculous. This is what it looks like, right? You only see one node ahead, and you actually have to click on one node and then click apply before you see what the next node is. When you first ascend, you only see these 3 small travel nodes. I went down first, and I found Gathering Winds, giving me Tailwind, which was huge. That actually just made leveling through the axe really, really fun. And then while I was sleeping, folks in the spreadsheet, this is the spreadsheet right here, and I'll share it in the description below. Would love to have more people contributing to this. It is starting to fill out pretty well. People discovered that Avatar of the Chase got pushed onto Rapid Assault. So I knew that Avatar of the Chase was right there, but no one knew what was up here. So what I did is I did my Cruel, and then I did my Merc Lab. I only took this node, and I discovered Tukohama War Herald at Avatar of the Chase, which was very disappointing. The 2% damage dealt by your totems is leached as life. Yeah, I was in Jungrone's chat this morning, and we were kind of like filling things out. And then I farmed some regrets. I unspec'd that, and I just took this point right here, and I discovered Illuminated Devotion, which is the buffed Arcane Surge node from Hierophant. So that's interesting. And then this final node right here is Radiant Crusade, which gives us Onslaught and plus 20 all res. Onslaught when there's at least 5 allies near us, which, right, since I have Avatar of the Chase, this is kind of the plan. And I'm working with Captain Lance right now. He's actually re-rolled like 5 times so far. We're in the same private league. His character is now named Subtractum is right. I just want to point that out. Always go Raider. It's always a safe bet. But it's an interesting combo, right? This is all a problem-solving thing. How do we try to put together a tree based on what this random, painful randomness is and try to make a build, right? It's one of those like growing pain things. It's like playing the game for the first time. I feel like I'm just a beginner now and I don't know anything that's going on. But the general idea that what I want to do is use that Radiant Crusade get 5 allies with like, I don't know, a Golem, Herald of Purity. This was Captain Lance's idea, like a Golem, Herald of Purity. He wanted to use Skitterbots, but then I talked to Havoc616. He's also in my private league. Thank God. He's helping us out a lot. I'll show some of the stuff he's been working on in a second. But yeah, Havoc reminded me that Skitterbots don't count as allies. So like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, summon zombies or like cast 1 damage taken skeletons or something so I can have 5 allies. And then I get the onslaught, so Avatar the Chase is strong. The idea that I'm kind of going for right now is Lava Lashes right here. And traditionally, Ellie Hit Raider, the old school Ellie Hit Raider, one of my favorite builds, Lava Lash was actually what you anointed, and it was down here. And then Avatar Fire, which you'd use as Zoph's Blood to get that keystone to convert all of your damage to fire, is over here. But we know that Avatar Fire is actually right here where Ghost Reaver used to be. I might be able to work some sort of Ellie Hit Raider in this Krangle event, which would be kind of fun. I don't know. I get Onslaught, I'll get Lava Lash, I get Avatar Fire. That's what the tree looks like. We're doing some crowdsourcing stuff. It's been a very interesting experience. Right now, this is what people are doing, is they're filling out the spreadsheet, and you say like, what is the node that it is now? This is where the node, the name of the node where it's replacing. What is the mastery in that cluster as well? So, people are doing their best, but it is a cluster, to say the least. Yeah, like the title of the video, this event is like, I love the idea, right? It is potentially, and I think once the tree is filled out, right, and once we have like a tool that visualizes it, it'll feel really good. The fun part of doing something like this is creating a build with a totally unique tree and unique ascendancies. And like, maybe people can innovate some really cool things. But in usual GGG fashion, right, they kind of doubled down on adding so much friction to allowing us to do that and play in the sandbox. And it's like, it's almost there. There's a couple small tweaks that they could do. The easiest thing would be like something like just giving us more regrets. A big thing for me would be not hiding nodes if you unspec. So like if I unspec this trap damage node, I actually lose visibility of the connected nodes. And so it's like I never had it in the first place. For someone who like needs to see things to like really visualize it, I'm not good at like full abstract visualization. This is particularly painful because if I unspec this node, I will probably forget that Lava Lash is exactly right here. I'll know that it was somewhere around here, but this exact node I'll probably forget. That's kind of partially why I'm holding onto this node right now, just so, don't forget. It's like my memento that's like tattooed on my arm right now. Other thing that would be really awesome is just more access to regrets, but I would very much love just a little tweak. They're probably not going to touch these events at all. The other thing that happens is if you die, there's a 1 minute timer where you can't do anything. Here, I'll kill my character really quick for you guys. So yeah, when you die, you get the hardcore pop-up. That was scary the first time I saw that as well. I died like twice when I was leveling. That's scary. And then when you go back to town, because it's a race event, you're actually locked in place for 60 seconds and you can't move. I get it, so people aren't zerging, but this is very much not a Zerg race event. There's limited portals if you're fighting any of the bosses that are meaningful for the event. Many people are just taking their time and like really planning their builds and playing very strategically. And if someone is an accomplished hardcore player, they're rarely going to die anyway, right? And those are the people that are going to be winning the race anyway. This thing still being in here in this event also just feels weird. I think that that's worth just turning off. It's not really adding any value to, what's going on here. This event also being a race event feels kind of weird. And I'm really excited to see what Havoc comes up with. I'm working with him right now. And actually, as I've been recording this video, he's been creating pictures for me right here. He just said he got distracted by ChatGPT. He's leaning into everything. That man is built different. But yeah, he's creating pictures right here. And I'm going to share everything that he's created so far in the description below. I'm going to share this stuff with you guys. I think it's pretty cool, all the crowdsourcing and stuff. Yeah, he's been creating all these little resources right here. He created this image as well. For me, is very helpful, getting actual visualization of what's going on. Man, he's incredible. The other one that he made right here is all of the keystones that we know of so far. There's a couple questions right now. But yeah, we actually have almost all the keystones locked in at the moment. This event is really, really close to being awesome. I love the idea. Discovery, the community crowdsourcing stuff is pretty awesome. I'm in a private league with Captain Lance, Havoc, and Arrow so far. Like I said in my Diablo 4 video, Path of Exile is often a very lonely game. So it's been really fun, sharing our minds and ideas there. Anyway, yeah, enough about the league. Just talk about what my build is right here. But yeah, if you want to level a ranger, I had very, very easy time. Like this was incredibly easy to level all the way through the axe. If you're going to play the Krangled event and you're going to level a ranger, I honestly just recommend this. As you can see, what it is this is the old fire trap. But the cool thing about it is as a ranger, we can go directly down to Divine Judgment, which is crazy strong, right? 50% elemental damage right there. And then we basically just want to make a, yeah, look at these nodes. Proj damage, fire res, attack speed, elemental damage, wand attack damage. The other thing is that, like, since you don't have, dexterity, intelligence, and strength on your travel nodes, stats do become very painful. Luckily, we got the old beef right here. The key nodes is that we can grab Divine Judgment right here. Faith and Steel is pretty nice. And then you want to make a beeline straight up here. And this is the key of what, makes this all work, is we get Clever Construction for additional trap trigger, and we get Master Sapper for 30% trap damage, 2 additional placed, as well as Frenzy Charge Generation, which really smooths out the whole experience. We get Discipline and Training right here. We get Herbalism right here. Growth and Decay, since we're doing damage over time with our Burning Ground, is really nice. But yeah, this is the tree. You can take a screenshot of it. I can't really even share a POV of it. All of this is basically kind of bad. I don't really recommend this. This is me just kind of going across and exploring. A little bit of spell damage right here. Practical application is really nice. Like I said, stats are very tough to come by, so this is huge. Let's see, what we're doing here is faster attacks, Leap Slam, ignore that Onslaught. Frostblink, Arcane Surge, I have Molten Shell, I'm using Determination, Defiance Banner, and Vitality. I'm using a Flame Golem with Meat Shield for a little bit of extra damage right here. We have Wave of Conviction, Combustion for our exposure. Oh, I'm actually using Flammability instead of Elemental Weakness. I have both of them. Like, I was originally using added lightning and added cold damage, but now I'm just doing all of the damage over time. And then, yeah, the key is we're using Fire Trap, Burning Damage, Controlled Destruction, and Life Tap right here. And yeah, that's the whole setup, is we just throw our Fire Traps. I also have Bear Trap. We're using Wave of Conviction, Flammability, drop our Fire Traps, and that's it. And then we're using double Scepters, ideally getting as much spell and fire damage as possible, as well as burning damage. The flat damage doesn't really do much. It's nice for the on-hit damage. Generally, you just want to go for elemental, spell, burning, and fire damage. Really, really clean gameplay. I can show you guys a quick little Blood Aqueducts run real quick. And I'm only level 71, so Blood Aqueducts is fair. Yeah, it's a very, very smooth build, honestly. Like, to the point where I kind of like it. And I'm a little inspired to maybe see if there's something I can do with a Fire Trap build moving forward. But yeah, this is the playstyle, is we just drop like 2 or 3 traps every pack. And Frostblink is doing a ton of damage, actually, clearing half the packs for me by itself. Yeah, maybe I just 6-link Frostblink. Who knows? That's the play. So yeah, that's my build. This is not the plan for the final build or anything, but it made leveling really easy. What I'm stuck with is I need to farm regret points, and I got to figure out what my actual build's going to be. Like, I don't know, like I get +1 chain right here. I get onslaught, like maybe do something like rolling magma traps or something. I don't know. It's a crazy experience. I think this is a very fun spectator experience. I know a lot of people in chat were having fun watching me yesterday. So even if you want to watch by the sidelines, stop by Twitch a little bit later today and all this week. We'll be having a ton of fun. I'm playing with Havoc, Arrow, and Captain Lance. While it's painful, I'm really enjoying the community aspect of it, and I'm really excited to share with you guys what we come up with and just like, going through this puzzle solving process and all that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.